coaches, and welcome to this Super Saturday event. I'm Carl Deichler, and I'm here with the fabulous Michael Neiman and Mr. Wonderful Jeff Hill. I see Jeff drew the short straw on the ties this time.
I got the wardrobe early this time.
I like it, I like it. Well played, sir. Well, it's been months since our last Super Saturday. In fact, 3 months, and a lot has happened. Not only have we changed the entire set, but today we are excited to contribute another update from corporate and also give you a few things to look forward to in the coming months before you get into the real heart of the meeting, which is your celebration of success on your team, recognition for those who've made things happen so far this year, and hopefully some game plan training for everyone who wants to make the second quarter productive. Right, guys?
Make it big.
Okay, Jeff, you've experienced a lot in the first few months that you've been with us. Tell us, what do you think of Team Beachbody so far?
You know what, Carl? It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm absolutely loving it. And now, I knew that Team Beachbody had amazing potential, but I think I really underestimated how special this company really is. I've now had the chance to be out in the field, to be on the cruise, and to meet many of the coaches, and really experience how committed our coaches are in helping end the trend of obesity. And I've got to tell you, with the momentum that is building and everything we have planned, I think that the next few months leading up to Summit are going to be absolutely huge.
The first 3 months were huge. I mean, we continue to have record Shakeology sales and a whopping 952 coaches qualified for the Blue End the Trend t-shirts.
It's going to be a sea of blue.
Absolutely. I mean,
awesome
952 coaches in January stepped up to actively share Beachbody's mission to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy and fulfilling life by signing up 2 coaches in the month.
Amazing work.
We are so proud of the role that our coaches play in making that mission a reality.
Hi, my name's Anna Gray, and I'm a Diamond Level Team Beachbody coach. I have always been an athlete. I played soccer in high school. I played tennis in high school. I picked up playing hockey as an adult. I got married, and we decided to, get comfortable in our marriage and eat horribly. And I ballooned up to 205 pounds. I knew at that point that I needed to do something. I ran into a friend at a party who was talking about P90X.
Bring it!
Went and got P90X. My husband always jokes about this, is when I put my mind to something, I completely am all in it. Time for a little Kempo. So after one round of P90X, I lost 15% body fat and 14 inches, and I was back down to size 4. And I had abs. I'd never had abs before in my life. And I had so many people asking me, and people that I had friended on Facebook that had never had a conversation with, who had messaged me and said, I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready for a change. Tell me about what you're doing. I became a coach then. Being able to help someone go through something that I had just gone through was, priceless. I am a mom, and I work full-time, and the passion for this business and for me to help others has driven me to make time to do the business. I spend about 2 hours a day throughout the day on my business. My customer base is basically online through Facebook, through my P90X success video on YouTube, and that YouTube video has been up for a year. I've got close to, 200,000 hits on that video. That has driven a lot of traffic to my Facebook page. The extra income has taken a burden off of me completely, because I know that my kids' daycare is paid for, and I've been able to put some money aside in the savings account so that we're able to start saving. P90X completely changed my life. Oh, I see myself quitting my day job.
And you know what, guys? That story is a great reminder of what Team Beachbody is all about.
And did you know that in January, we also had a record of 542 coaches qualified for Success Club? I mean, that's almost a 50% jump over December.
Well, it's great that coaches are making Success Club qualification part of their monthly goals, because it captures all the focus we want coaches to have, introducing people to Shakeology HD and signing new coaches to help us build this team.
They absolutely need to make Success Club the priority. Success Club is how you qualify for the Shakeology lead wheel, which is a stream of customers that come from marketing Shakeology to the Beachbody database. When you're in Success Club and meet all the qualifications, you can get those customers assigned to you. And of course, you want to qualify for the Success Club trip. But most importantly, the result of the consistent activity that it takes to make it into Success Club is always what lays the foundation for a thriving coach business.
Absolutely. You know, that is so right. You know, I was looking at our coaches who qualified for Success Club in all 12 months of 2010. Did you know that on average their checks grew 300% between January and December?
That's great growth.
Amazing.
The consistency is what's important here. Consistency can lead to a substantial part-time source of revenue, and for a growing group of people, that's how you create a full-time income while helping people achieve their goals.
And the extra perks that go along with Success Club are not too shabby either.
We put a lot of effort into
our
that.
2010 qualifiers just got back from our spectacular Success Club Caribbean cruise.
That's right.
Why don't we take a look at that?
That was a lot of fun.
Look where we are. This is insane.
Oh, baby, pump it up on the dance floor.
You gotta be here next time. Make these trips. They rock. Look at this. It's paradise.
Oh, that was a lot of
That was
fun.
great.
I had a good time, but I don't know if I can get the image of Brett doing the limbo out of my head anytime soon.
Although I will say that his complexion moved from pale to dark pale.
Yeah,
So,
it's a beautiful look.
It was a blast, but you know what I love most? I love the camaraderie. You know, not only did everyone have a great time on the ship in the excursions, but the coaches made connections with other coaches. They shared tips and strategies, and they created challenges for each other. And they established partnerships to work with each other. Success partners, as we call them, that they didn't have before they left on the trip.
You know, we had over 200 coaches qualify or partially qualify to go on the Success Club cruise. And I really hope that 500 coaches rally to qualify this year for our next trip.
that'd be awesome.
You know, we've got some big things planned for the next trip. Next week, Brett, Michael, and I are heading out on the location scout trips with the coaches who really made it happen in January, February, and March. We're off to Cabo, the Caribbean, and to Canada next week.
Canada.
And it's going to be an absolutely fantastic time. We'll announce the final location for the 2012 Success Club trip at the summit.
Hey, can I jump in with just a quick reminder on how to qualify? Yeah. Now, I know our coaches are going to be talking about the game plan in their meetings when we're done, and I just want to paint a picture of why the game plan is such an important strategy. Now, when you qualify for Success Club 5 or 10 in any 9 months of 2011, you're going on the trip. And achieve Success Club 10 in any 9 months, and you'll get an extra $500 travel money.
And if you achieve Success Club 5 or 10 in all 12 months of 2011, we'll throw in another $1,000 on top.
That's right, an extra $1,000.
All right, now let's talk about what we're doing to help you qualify for Success Club.
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that I am very excited about is that Team Beachbody is now available to our Spanish-speaking community. Yeah. I mean, this opens up a whole new market for our coaches.
Exactly what does it mean when we say we're open in Spanish?
Simply, it means that we've made all of the critical tools and services that we provide to our English-speaking coaches and their customers. They're now available in Spanish. Now, that includes TeamBeachbody.com, the Coach's Office, the Coach Business Starter Kit, key marketing materials, Coach Relations, and, of course, some of our key fitness programs.
Now, all of the programs aren't available in Spanish yet.
Well, that's correct. We're still adding to the line, but we do have complete Spanish language versions of P90X, Insanity, Brazil Butt Lift, Hip Hop Abs, 10-Minute Trainer, Slim and 6, and our Shakeology workout.
And TurboFire's coming coming up soon, right?
Yeah, that should be coming out in the coming weeks.
Yeah, well, tell us how coaches enroll Spanish-speaking customers.
Well, every coach will now have 2 more Spanish language websites, a Spanish language version of beachbodycoach.com and a Spanish language version of Shakeology.com. Customers and coaches who sign up through these sites will be flagged as Spanish speakers, so we can make sure that all of our corporate communications are sent to them in Spanish. Also, coaches will be able to tell the language preference of their coaches and customers by looking in their coach office.
That's great stuff. Of course, here we are, speaking English, talking about building a business in Spanish. So let me say this. Terminemos con la obesidad juntos.
Bueno, Carlos.
Note Rosetta Stone for Carlos.
Oh, not cool, man. I pulled that off.
Okay. Well, look, guys, reaching more people really is the key.
Yeah.
And the one thing that will help our coaches do that is to have a renewed focus on the game plan.
Now, we talk about the game plan a lot, but we probably have a lot of new coaches, maybe even some people that came along as guests who may not be familiar with the game plan. So, in 10 seconds or less, why don't you tell us why the game plan is important to coaches?
A whole 10 seconds?
Now it's 8.
Well, okay, the game plan's the blueprint that we created for daily activities and long-term commitments that really make our coaches successful.
That's it? He was only kidding about the 10
Yeah,
seconds.
but it was good, wasn't it?
New guy.
Hey, geez, guys, okay. Now, following the game plan really is simple. If you really want to know if you're focusing on the activities that will create the greatest probability of success, you don't have to look any further than the game plan.
And we've made some changes to the game plan recently, right, to make it easier for people to follow?
Yeah, but I really wouldn't call them changes. The core principles and the components are all there just the way we launched it a couple of years ago. But we've clarified a couple of things, and we've really drilled down on them to make the game plan more powerful and more useful. And we're evolving based on coach feedback to make it even more clear and even more actionable. The game plan really is fantastic. And the feedback that we've received from coaches was that they understood what the game plan was telling them to do. They just didn't know how to do it and what points were the action points and what points they were being committed to.
Yeah, like be here a year from now.
Exactly.
Right?
And that clearly is a commitment that's important, but that wasn't helping anyone get started with a new fitness program. The how to do it is our priority, and we're going to be providing a lot more training in the field, at Summit, and other events, and online in the coach's office. Our goal is to give coaches clarity on the critical activities, the activities that they need to engage in, and then to give them the right tools.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And of course, and most importantly, to share the best practices of other coaches who are having success with these activities.
Let's take a look at this new game plan. Go ahead.
Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty much all the same stuff. It's just organized a little differently. And you can see we've reduced the 10 points down to 6 points.
They say less is more.
So all 6 points are going to sound very familiar. Be a product of the product. Share Beachbody with 2 people every day using the sharing cycle. Hold a Get Started Right interview within 48 hours. Treat your business like a business. Be an active team member. And last, become a leader.
Jeff, I didn't hear the word exposure. Have we stopped exposing ourselves as a team?
What is it with you guys today?
Must be a full moon or something.
Well, not if we're not exposing ourselves.
No, I heard it was a costume malfunction.
Okay, to be honest, this is the biggest area of clarification that we are making with the revised game plan.
Yes.
There were just too many interpretations of what an exposure was, in spite of where your minds were going with this.
Carl, actually.
You know, just having a little fun.
Well, a little too much fun. But, you know, in reality, an exposure in our business is multifaceted. It starts with finding new people, then inviting them to learn about the business by watching a DVD or listening to an audio CD or a call or attending a presentation, and then effectively sponsoring them either as a coach or a new customer or as a person who can give you another prospect to contact. And those activities make up what we're now calling the sharing cycle.
That's great.
As more and more coaches understand what an exposure was, what we're now calling the sharing cycle, I have no doubt that Team Beachbody will take off. And I know this because it's exactly the kind of activity that led to $1 billion growth in my last 2 companies.
That's awesome. I love it. And there's nothing better than mastering the fundamentals. I mean, people need to understand what used to, what we called an exposure, was actually a series of steps that encapsulated sort of that entire sharing cycle.
Exactly. So what you're going to see in this new and improved game plan is added emphasis and training around these fundamentals. What we want to do is to arm our coaches with simplicity. It's easy to introduce, easy for the people you're talking to see that this business really is not all that hard to do.
Absolutely. You know, you can develop your body transformation story and you can bring all of the enthusiasm and passion in the world to the business, but unless you learn how to share that passion and story with others in the right way, you probably aren't going to be very effective.
Yeah, it can be an intimidating process.
Absolutely.
Too.
And our goal with this emphasis in game plan training is simply that. You become more effective in sharing what this is about in a clear and repeatable cycle of action.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
And you're going to realize greater potential as well.
So how can the coaches connect to the training you're developing?
So here's what we're doing. We're scheduling a whole new round of game plan training events.
Right.
In the next couple of months leading up to Summit, we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio, Charlotte, North Carolina, Rochester, New York, Lansing, Michigan, to name just a few. Go to Coaches Online and you'll see all of the places where we're going to be in the very near future. And also, due to popular demand, it looks like MJ Durkin will be back for the next round of Super Saturday trainings. He does a great job. Great tips, great insight. You know, his amazing tips on prospecting really do fold directly into the sharing cycle. So check out the back office for specific dates and locations on all of these events.
You know, we should also point out that there's going to be some great training at the Summit as well.
No kidding. There is going to be some incredible stuff planned for Summit. Besides the workouts, the announcements, the recognition, and the parties, we're going to have some great drilled-down training for our coaches. Some of the training topics we're talking about include social media, prospecting, how you overcome objections, okay, authentic ways to share our business opportunity, the science of Shakeology, and lots of others.
Ooh, I'm exhausted.
Well, he did say parties.
Yeah, okay. Parties. And they're all geared to provide you with more tools and understanding in growing your business and make you feel a whole lot closer to what Beachbody is all about. I heard that last year's summit was great.
Oh, it was amazing.
But I've got this feeling that this year's summit is going to absolutely eclipse anything that took place last year.
Putting the pressure on us.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Just so we don't have to wait until Summit, I heard that we brought in some coaches who are already having great success using the sharing cycle. Why don't we take a look and see how these coaches are using the sharing cycle to achieve Success Club?
One of the ways that I find is when I'm out and about. Maybe I'm running errands or returning something at the mall. It's actually a time when I love to talk to people about this business. But what's very important is that I listen for little buzzwords. Like maybe they say something like, yeah, I'm just really tired. Oh, why? Did you work out today? Bam! I'm in. I'm talking to them about something related to fitness and health. I can say to them, have you heard about a little program that's called Turbo Jam or Turbo Fire? Have you ever seen that infomercial? Those programs, those products are actually programs that I've done and that people get from me. So I take out my phone and I have a little section in my phone that I call prospects. And I write down their email and their cell phone number. Finding is collecting their information so that you can follow up with them. Social media. This is another great way that I like to find people. Plenty of shows out there that we all love to watch have fan pages. So what I do is I find people that are posting comments about things that they liked about the show. I look at those comments and I'll say, I noticed that post that you had and I agree with you or I don't agree with you. And ask them to be my friend in that way. And then I'm able to connect with them, ask them some of those same questions that I asked before when I was at the mall, and then follow up with them later. Something else that I do all the time is that you'll see me often around the community with my big tumbler, and inside the tumbler is my Shakeology. And people ask me, what are you drinking? I'm like, oh, this is Shakeology. It's actually, I use it to replace one of my meals. It's amazing. Really? Yeah. I'll give them a sample and say, you know what? I really want to make sure you make this the right way. Let me get your information. I've got some great recipes to teach you how to make it depending on what time of day you're going to make it at. Okay, does that sound cool? Yeah, cool, Monica, thanks. I have many people on my team that do a lot of the wearing and sharing. They wear a lot of the Beachbody apparel, and because of the name recognition, I have many coaches that are asked, what is that? What is that P90X? And from that opener, she's able to then collect their information and then is able to follow up with them. So I have a challenge for you. The challenge is that every single one of us as coaches, we're going to make it to Success Club 5 in April. All of us, Success Club 5. All right? So in my experience, what I would recommend and what you need to do is find 15 people that you're going to talk to about your Beachbody business. 15 people, 5 people a week. You think you can do that? Yes, of course you can. And when you do this in April, which you will, you'll be able to do it in May, June, July, August, no problem. You've got this thing down. So let's make sure we all do it in April so we can keep going with it. Success Club 5, baby.
Inviting is so important because without an invitation, you can't have a party. So here's the way that I have found to be the most effective is I just blow everything up on social media. I use the events page on Facebook for coach trainings, for my fit club. Once a page is created, I blast that out to my team so it's reaching hundreds of people. Twitter is a constant feed, so I'm posting probably once an hour, and I'm using certain buzzwords like financial freedom to build excitement. For my YouTube channel, I try to post as many videos as possible. I'm inviting people to my events. They can see me face to face, so they know that I'm a real person, and when they can see a video of someone, there's going to be a lot more excitement than if you're just typing a text. The majority of the people do come because of the follow-up. So I do call a lot of people individually. I email them individually, so you do have to make it personal. I also print up flyers and post those around town. Inviting is not just about you, it's got to be your entire team. So I just recently had an event with Craig Holiday, and I threw together a prize for the coach that came up with the most guests, and we just packed the place and blew it out. Some of my coaches invite in a different way. I've got a coach that has a Body Gospel Fit Club. Her church has this huge billboard in lights. It's plastered all over the church newsletter. So you just got to get out there. You got to keep inviting. My challenge for you is to get to Success Club 5 this month for the month of April. How are you going to do that? You're going to get at least 10 to 15 confirmed RSVPs to your next event. You guys can do it. I know it because I'm doing it. You can do it too.
The 3 different ways that I share my business is fit clubs, home parties, and Shakeology parties. What we get to do at fit clubs is we have a blast working out to P90X, Insanity, TurboFire, all the different great workouts. And afterwards, we show them the business. We have our presentation, and we have some testimonials from our group come up and share their stories. We then taste all the products, from Shakeology to the bars to the protein, and that really gives the full spectrum of what Team Beachbody is all about. Our home parties consist of 3 different videos that we show: introducing Team Beachbody, the In the Fields video, and our nutritional video. We keep it a really social atmosphere, and we then taste all the products. We also have Shakeology parties, and Shakeology parties are great because Shakeology is our #1 continuity product and also our fastest way to grow our business. I usually start off our parties with my story, which really includes my mom and her success with Shakeology. We show the In the Fields video, which showcases Shakeology and how it's made, the food equivalent video, and then the nutritional video, because even though they're there about Shakeology, I want people to understand that we have a great line of products. We then sample Shakeology, and that's something that usually gets them pumped up because the product tastes great, it works, and so these parties are a big part of why our business is growing like a weed. This is how some of the other coaches on my team share also. They'll do one-on-one business meetings, whether that be at their home, at coffee, at a restaurant, having lunch, and they let the third-party tools do the talking for them. This business is about sharing what we do. So I emailed every news station in Bakersfield about our Fit Club and about what we're doing for our community. They came out unannounced, and then they ran it on the air, and that awareness tripled our attendance. Look, here's the bottom line. The quality and consistency of how you share your business is going to determine how successful you are in this business. So the goal is to make Success Club 5 in April. Can you do it? Of course you can. If you find and invite, you're going to have plenty of people to share this opportunity with. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and do it!
The fundamental principles of sponsorship are the same, whether you're talking to somebody locally, face-to-face, or you're dealing with somebody across the country with social media and through the telephone and internet or whatever. You always want to make sure in the first 48 hours you do your Getting Started Right interview with them. Find out what their why is. Help them develop that. A key part to when we sign a new coach is helping them set up their Beachbody website and their Shakeology site so that they have that storefront out there and it's ready to go. In the first 2 weeks, make sure they do a home party, get to their warm market, help them get their grand opening out there so that people know they're in business. Try to get them the Emerald in the first 30 days so that they're breaking even or making money. And of course, shoot for Diamond in 90 days. Get them involved with a fit club. If there's not a fit club in their area, help them get a fit club started. Team them up with success partners. Make sure that they have a success partner that they can talk to on a daily basis, weekly basis. Make sure they're working on personal development. And the whole key to this whole thing is duplicating yourself. One of the tactics that I like to use with some of our new coaches is teaching them how to do cold exposures. And so the best way to do that is to take them out there and do cold exposures with them. For example, a couple weeks ago, I went with a buddy of mine, one of our new coaches, and we went to a sporting goods store. There was a guy looking at a set of dumbbell weights, and I kind of hung around for a second, and I started talking to him about weights and working out. And next thing I know, we transitioned the conversation into P90X. He was thinking about doing P90X. I then got his information, invited him out to Fit Club, and gave him a business card, and basically did the entire cold exposure right there in front of the new coach so that he could actually see how you work it and how you start up a conversation with a complete stranger and how you can take any situation and eventually work it into a Beachbody type of sharing opportunity. You can find, invite, and share all day long, but you have to be bold. You have to step out of your comfort zone, and I know that's hard for a lot of you coaches, but you've got to step out there and you've got to ask. You've got to ask for that decision. Ask them to take the leap of faith. Ask them to join your team. So we've thrown out this challenge for all of you guys to make Success Club 5 in April. If you find, if you invite, if you share, and if you sponsor, I promise you, you will make Success Club 5 in April. If I can do it, I know that you can do it. We all believe in you. All you have to do is find 2 coaches, get them on Shakeology Home Direct, get 1 customer on Shakeology Home Direct, and you've got your 5 points. And I'll tell you something, if you do it in April, I can almost promise you, guarantee you, you'll do it in May, June, July, all the way through to December. It's very simple. I know that you can do it. We all believe that you can do it. So go out there, blow this thing up, and grow your business.
This is really exciting, and clearly it works. I mean, Jeff, you know I'm a stickler, though, for bringing in great talent. So we have a couple of recent additions to our sales team that will help us get the game plan message out to the field. You want to talk a little bit about that so when the coaches hear from these folks, they know that they're talking to some real pros.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited about these 2 new additions to our team. You know, Carl, you gave me the mandate to bring in some great experience and some absolutely great people. And these people bring this kind of talent. In addition to the team that we've already got, because they can partner with coach leadership more directly. They can provide meaningful insights into their business and help them with meetings and communications. They can be a conduit to the home office and really act as a trusted business partner with the coaches. And I'm confident we have just that in our new regional directors of sales, Alethea Cox and Jeremy Red.
Both great.
Now, many of the folks have already had a chance to meet Alethea and Jeremy. They met them on the cruise or in other meetings or on the phone. But here's the bottom line. Their success is going to be measured by our coaches' success. And these are 2 very talented people that I'm confident will make us stronger. They'll add great value in partnering with the field.
Good. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. More support for our coaches to help them be productive and take advantage of all the tools that we have here.
You know, you're right, Carl. We have a lot of support, all that media exposure, world-famous brands, the greatest shake I've ever tasted, and celebrity trainers, not to mention a mission that is enough to inspire everyone. Team Beachbody is the company to watch, that's for sure.
All right, but you know I'm all about performance. Is it unreasonable for me to expect 1,000 Success Club qualifiers in April or May?
Wow. Well, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect, but I was really hoping that we'd have at least 1,500 Success Club achievers in April and May.
Thinking big.
I love
Thinking
that.
big.
Well, we'll see.
You know our leaders.
Well, we're already a week into April, but I'll take 1,500 Success Club qualifiers if you think our leadership can make it happen.
They'll make it happen.
Well, you know what I'd love to do? Can we do some kind of recognition at Summit? Something for everyone who qualifies in Success Club in April and May.
You know, I think that is a great idea, and we're already on it. It's called the Success Club Reception, an exclusive event for every coach who's registered for the Summit and qualifies for at least Success Club 5 in April and May. You know, we are going to do some really fun things and some great recognition at that event.
I absolutely love it. So let me get this right. It's Success Club in both April and May,
right.
Okay, so there's more.
Okay.
I think I can even find a few dollars in my budget for the top Success Club achievers in those 2 months. I think the top 5 should earn iPads, and I think we could maybe cough up some dollars for the next 5, some iPods for those individuals. Now, you'd be on board with that, wouldn't you?
Why do I think I'm the one coughing here? Well, you know I love to give away the Apple stuff. But I'm going to have to get dressed up, right? This is a fancy party.
Hey, it's a reception, Carl. You got to dial it up. You got to get dressed up. Come on.
All right, maybe Michael will let me borrow his Shakeology suit.
Hey, keep your hands off of my Shakeology suit.
Well, as long as you're wearing it, I'm going to.
All right, well, here's another reason. I got one more reason why people can qualify or should qualify for Success Club. Now, I know that the Summit is sold out, but we are excited to announce that the qualifications for our next big event, the 3rd annual Success Club Leadership Weekend in October, starts right now.
Okay, it's on.
That's right, and this is going to be a great event. We're going to be in beautiful Laguna Beach, California, and we are going to have a weekend that really is focused on powerful leadership development and training. You know, what we do in this leadership event is we bring really the top 1% of our business together. Yeah. And we are tailoring this information to help them as they grow larger organizations, how to dig deeper, where to work within their organization, how to focus and develop their own personal leadership skills.
Well, time management becomes an issue when you get into that.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom line is it's different than the Summit, for instance, or even the game plan training, because this is a deep dive into how to build a team.
Exactly. So this is something that's worth working for. It's something that will be very valuable to get to, and we promise to deliver some great training, and people will walk out of that meeting with more tools in their toolbox, if you will, to be better equipped to build their business.
Why don't we take a look at how you qualify for this year's Success Club Leadership Weekend? This year's Success Club Leadership Weekend will be an exclusive Star Diamond event. To qualify, you need to be a paid Star Diamond rank between the bonus weeks ending April 6th through September 28th, 2011. Qualify for Success Club 5 in any 5 months between April and September. We'll pay for your hotel. Qualify for Success Club 5 in all 6 months between April and September. We'll pay for your hotel, plus an additional $300 to cover travel expenses.
You know, guys, we talk a lot about qualifying for Success Club and earning a place on the trip or other promotions, but the real reward is the knowledge that you're helping people along the way, and also what happens to your check. A great example is Joel. He became a coach this past July and has made Success Club for the past 6 months in a row. Let's take a look.
I became a coach in July. I actively started coaching people in August, so it's been about 6 months or so. I have 365 customers. I have 31 personally sponsored coaches, and in January I paid my mortgage payment, my wife's car payment, and my car payment all from coaching exclusively. I'm a coach because I enjoy doing it. It's just about an hour a day, 90 minutes a day tops. My success has been a little bit unique. When I finished my 90 days, I wanted to have something to show my kids that Daddy had done when they got older. So what I did was create a video that really chronicled my progress through P90X, how my body changed, some clips of me doing the workouts. My video recruits people for me, which is a godsend. And once they reach out to me, I reach out back. And that's how a lot of my relationships with my customers have been formed. I put the video on YouTube about 5 months ago. It has 300,000 views. It drives people to my website at a rate of about 550 to 600 hits a day. And it's just It's been absolutely surreal. To me, the best thing about being a Beachbody coach is that it holds me more accountable to my health. Knowing that I'm a coach and knowing that other people look to me for help and for guidance in regards to their fitness, that's been a very, very successful sales tool for me when recruiting other coaches. It becomes part of who you are, and you feel like you're accountable to your own health because you're helping other people towards reaching theirs. The money's been more than I ever could have imagined in my wildest dreams. To be able to pay bills that I used to have to pay out of my work. I'm a police sergeant with the LAPD. In 5 more years, I'll be eligible to retire from the LAPD and go into Beachbody coaching full-time. I really believe now is the best time to become a coach because of what's in store for Beachbody for 2011 with the impending release of Insanity Asylum, which obviously is the sequel to such a popular program in Insanity, with P90X MC2 coming out later in the fall, which is the most successful home fitness program of all time. It's really the best time to get on board and be a Beachbody coach.
That is a great story. You know, what it shows is that staying consistent really pays off.
It also shows how gigantic this opportunity can be. If everyone digs in like Joel, think of what can happen to Team Beachbody.
Enormous.
And that's why I think that April and May are going to be absolutely record-breaking, historic months for Team Beachbody. With everyone plugged in, things are really going to accelerate. We have amazing leadership in the field, and I can't stress enough to all of our coaches, if you need help, go to your upline, follow their lead, plug into the training that's available.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you have to set those goals and work towards those goals every single day. If there's a game plan in your area, get there. Or get the coaches on your team to attend in their area. I promise you, it will be worth the effort.
I couldn't agree more.
Worth the effort? Wait a minute. Worth the effort? It's worth the effort for your health and fitness. It's worth the effort for the financial freedom you can create. It's worth the effort for the health of the people you share this with. It's worth the effort for the entire country. We are a force of people helping people. That's how I define Beachbody employees. That's how I define the opportunity of being a Team Beachbody coach. We have built a machine that rewards people who are truly helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. That's what's behind Success Club. That's what's behind the game plan. Right now, we have all these coaches sitting there watching this video, and they're heroes in the making. No other company has this kind of commitment, this kind of enthusiasm, and has made ending the trend of obesity their mission like we have. Are you prepared to help make a serious push, starting right now, to build our numbers? What do you think you can do this week? Can you add 1 or 2 more coaches to that total so that the next time we see each other, maybe at the summit or maybe another Super Saturday event, we can report numbers that actually dwarf where we are today? We're helping people feel better, look better, and be healthy. We've all heard the stats, right? Obesity costs this country $500 billion a year. But that's just a stat. What about the person who can't pick up their kids? What about the kids who spend more time watching TV or in front of the computer or eating junk food than they do experiencing a healthy, active life? We're the role models. And the role modeling behavior starts right now. When this show's done, you circle up, and if you're intent on being a leader, you set a flag in the ground and you commit to what you can achieve. And you find someone as amped as you are, and you guys join together as success partners and check in daily a few times a week. Success will not happen by watching this show. Success won't even happen just by showing up to a Super Saturday event. Success happens by taking this information and putting it into action. That's your job. If you really care about helping people get out of this slow-burning building that's called obesity. It's the slow-burning building that contributes to increasing diabetes, increasing heart disease, and it's just making a lot of people miserable, right? Well, the gloves are off. The push starts right now. You have a couple months until summer hits, and nobody wants to get to June without having taken some steps toward improving their health. Reach out and get your team pumped up. Not later this week, but today, tomorrow, every day. We are the solution to obesity in this country. We're the ones taking chances and stepping up for what's possible. You are the people helping people. When you leave this meeting, I want you to feel like you got shot out of a cannon with a mission, and you are unstoppable. Hear me now. It's time to add coaches, and I need you to do it. We're united in this focus, and we redouble our efforts right now. Let's make April and May the biggest in our history, and let's help a lot of people feel better in the process. You guys with me?
Hey, it's a lot of work, but I'm in.
You know what? A lot of work, but it's good work. Focus on the game plan. It's going to happen.
Well, thanks, everybody. For Jeff, Michael, of course, John, and Brett, and the whole team, thank you for everything you're doing, and we'll talk to you on the Coach Call on Monday. Have a great weekend.
See you Monday.
See you, everybody.